Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Gracious good morning to you good people. It's your girl KB, you know what I do, and you know why I do it. It is Sunday morning, January 12th, and it's 5 o'clock in the morning. If you look at the title of this video, it is Cali Fires. And I have this title for a reason. You know, as I get up and check my various forms of social media and check my different websites, one of the very first stories that I see is that a lovely individual from the Republican Party is trying to halt federal assistance to the state of California. And the federal assistance is for the fires. Now, it's funny that anytime there's a natural disaster in a place that has the majority of people of color, there seems to be some blowback about releasing funds. Now, if you recall, when the hurricanes hit Puerto Rico, who was present and how they were present. And here we are again with, no, we don't want to pay for these people. These people. And, I say it that way because it's obvious. And I want to say they're weaponizing, they being the Republican Party, they're weaponizing the disaster. And they're using people and the tragedy and the decimation as leverage. Now, that's a sad statement on, the party that claims to be Christian. Now, don't get me wrong. We all have our moments. We all mess up from time to time. But you're loudly proclaiming Christianity, Christian nationalism. But you're demonstrating something totally different. And you wonder why people are confused about who Christ is. Now, Orange County, which is the major vote, the swing vote for the state of California, has been known for its Republican allegiance. Fortunately, or unfortunately, let me say that, because it is a disaster going on. The area that is burning has a lot of high-powered, wealthy, not Republican, I'm not even going to say Democrat, not Republican. I want to say people who have tapped into human decency, because I don't want to make this too much a political statement, which some people have. I'm going to talk about human decency, because I'm talking about folks who claim Christianity but lack that. I want to talk about the policies that are being endorsed about who can come into this country, or what we're going to annex as a show of force, and the human decency. I want you to look at who's showing up to fight these fires. Canada, Mexico. These are two countries that have received a lot of press for their graciousness. Amen. I want you to think about that. But are also being dragged by the president-elect. Now, the two countries you're attempting to exploit show up to help. The one country that is not being discussed by the press or anybody else is South Africa. A contingency of firefighters showed up in Canada. They came halfway around the world to fight a fire. And they're on their way here to the state of California to fight a fire. Now, I want you to think way back when the president-elect referred to parts of Africa as whole countries. Think about this. You know, there's a quote by Malcolm X, and I'm paraphrasing. You know, if you're not careful, you're going to allow people to tell you who to dislike. And basically, he was talking about being manipulated by the media and not looking at certain things to learn about certain things for yourselves. And, you know, I learned a valuable lesson in this past week when I failed to fact check something. And, you know, I publicly apologize. But I want you to look at, 1, the press representation, 2, how certain people who are now in political control, again, I don't want to make this about politics, but we see the political maneuvering, the economic, I want to say, force feeding. See, when you feed a starving man a cracker, they think they're at a banquet. And if you look at what's being squeezed, what's being eliminated, you know, there's no such thing as Joe the plumber. You know, there's no such thing as I'm looking out for the little man. Wow. It reminds me of that the movie with Roger Crawford, where he's this big political blowhard. You know, and I know it's taken from the story about Huey Long, but yeah, you really have to look at what's not being articulated, but what is also being said by actions. So yesterday I said something about listening with your eyes. Pay attention. And for all you folks who supported the president-elect, your wake-up call is coming.